For you, if you pick up the book of our next guest, the book is called Like War, The Weaponization of Social Media. You will not be able to put it down. He is a consultant for the U.S. military, the intelligence community, and Hollywood PW singer. Welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Thanks for having me on.
The book is called Like War, The Weaponization of Social Media. Is it true, Pete, that ISIS could not do and would not be as powerful as it is today without social media?
Oh, absolutely. It's a group that depended on social media for everything from its rise, convincing some 30,000 people around the world to join it in Iraq and Syria, to its operations in terms of inspiring terrorist attacks, everywhere from Paris to Texas. But also, as we talk about in the book, it wove it into its battlefield operations. When it was launching an invasion, it even created a hashtag for it, All Eyes on ISIS. And what the book explores is that's just one example of how the rules of the game are changing. Normally you would keep an invasion secret, but they wanted the world to watch, much like, a president or a celebrity.
What about gang violence in Chicago? How does social media change gang violence in Chicago?
So the book opens up with these scenes of how the rules are changing. So one, as you noted, was the rise of ISIS, launching invasion with a hashtag. Another was Donald Trump's very first tweet and how he uses that to rise to power in a way that, in effect, shocks the world. It shocks even him. And then the Chicago example is a gangster who, rather than trying to keep his life of crime secret, puts it out on YouTube. But then when you're out there bragging on YouTube, branding yourself, you're doing it to set yourself apart, rise in the game, but it also puts a target on you. And so this has been part of the story of how we've seen a spike in gang violence around the world. And again, these examples then go back and forth. So, that kind of bragging online, attacking people, getting into beefs is something that worked for the gangster. It's something that worked for the president, but then there's also complications that come from it. And then, of course, there's what do we do? We're the targets of all of this. We help determine whether it goes viral or not.
The book is called Like War, The Weaponization of Social Media. How much of the book dives into Russia's efforts to engage and to change the outcome of the last election?
It does a deep dive into that because that's one of the most important examples of this idea of like war, where cyber war is hacking the networks, like war is hacking the people on the networks. And so the book breaks down, because there's a lot of mystery around this, of what exactly happened, documenting what played out, and importantly, this campaign didn't stop in 2016. It's continuing. It continued to target other nations. It hit the Mexican election, to it's hitting our upcoming election. And what's key about understanding the Russian campaign is that it's going after divisions that already exist in our population, partisanship or the like. So, for example, we've seen them recently try and layer on to the Kaepernick debate, to the Kavanaugh debate. They're basically trying to push it to the extremes, reward the extremes.
There's a story out this morning that Russian bots now tried to negatively influence and or create controversy with the Star Wars. They were behind many of the criticism of the Star Wars movie just to get people arguing over the Star Wars movie.
Yes, exactly. And this is the key to understand. We think propaganda is make you love me. And that's not what the Russians are trying to do. They're not trying to make us love Vladimir Putin. They're trying to foment distrust, division, wherever they can get it. But there's an important key here, and this is what the book is about, is it's not just these political groups that are acting in this way. It's basically everyone. So we're seeing celebrities you use the very same tactics to achieve their own goals. So the book, for example, explores how Taylor Swift and ISIS's top recruiter were using the same tactics. Now, they have nothing to do with each other. I'm not saying Taylor Swift is somehow part of this. Just there are new rules to winning the game. And importantly, we, the targets of it, need to understand these rules in many ways, I liken it to, if you remember the movie Rounders, it was about poker. And if you sit down at the poker table and you don't know who the mark is, you're the mark. And that's the situation for a lot of us on social media right now.
Is social media, I still think it's a fad. I still think we're going to get tired of it. It's so toxic. I hear people are turning away from it all the time. Is it ever going to go away?
Did you hear that on social media? No, sorry. It's just, the data doesn't show that to be the case. And what's important is, even if you individually say, you know what, I'm not going to go on it anymore, which, let's be honest, it's literally addictive. We explore this in the book. Like, it literally fires things in your brain. That's why the president's addicted to it. But even if you're not on it, 96% of journalists are on it. They're getting their ideas of who to book on to radio shows, what stories to cover in the morning newspaper, what to cover in the evening news. They're getting it from what trends online. So there's really no escaping this, and that's why we need to catch up to the new rules out there.
P.W. Singer, the book is Like War, The Weaponization of Social Media. If you pick this book up, you will not put it down. P.W., good luck with the book, and thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it. Thanks.